रंग रसिया तोरे बिना लाग्यो ना है मोरा जिया रंग रसिया तोरे बिना लाग्यो ना है मोरा जिया तेरा दीवाना है सबसे बेगाना है तेरा दीवाना है सबसे बेगाना है तूने जिया पे कैसा जादू किया रंग रसिया तोरे बिना लाग्यो ना है मोरा जिया रंग रसिया तोरे बिना लाग्यो ना है मोरा जिया मुकरा मेरा चांद का टुकड़ा जो देखे खो जाए ऐसी मेरी मस्त जवानी सबका दिल बहकाए मेरा जोबन मेरे नखरे मेरी कोमल काया देख के मेरी कमर का झटका हर कोई गिर जाए तेरा दीवाना है सबसे बेगाना है तेरा दीवाना है सबसे बेगाना है तूने जिया पे कैसा जादू किया रंग रसिया तोरे बिना लाग्यो ना है मोरा जिया रंग रसिया तोरे बिना लाग्यो ना है मोरा जिया तेरा दीवाना है सबसे बेगाना है तेरा दीवाना है सबसे बेगाना है तूने जिया पे कैसा जादू किया रंग रसिया तोरे बिना लाग्यो ना है मोरा जिया रंग रसिया तोरे बिना लाग्यो ना है मोरा जिया Ranjit, my heart, a story about my true lover. Girl, you know that I love you, but I love up my daru too. Hey! My girl says she leaving, cause I only drinking. Pack up all she things and she leave and gone. My girl says she leaving, cause I only drinking. Pack up all she things and she leave and gone. I tell she come back home, cause I can't do this alone. It have something that I want you know that I love you, but love me daru too. You know that I love you, but love me daru too. I just only do and do, no matter what I can't please you. How you want me pick and choose when I love up me daru too. Hey, I love me daru. I love me daru. You know I love you, baby. The rum only secondary. But when you're acting crazy, 2 shots make me happy. No, I can't hide it no more. Oh, I'm telling you for sure. You want to be with me and start a family. It have something that I want you know. You know that I love you, but love me daru too. You know that I love you, but love me daru too.
Health is the greatest gift. Contentment, the greatest wealth. Faithfulness, the best relationship, Buddha. This is Get Real with Shamisa, and I'm your host, Shamisa Ali, and it is truly a pleasure to be here with you this evening. Namaste, salam, and good evening to everyone joining us on Facebook, YouTube, Island Zone Radio, and on NTN Channel 69 in Georgetown, Guyana. Thank you for all your love and support. I do want to take this moment and ask everyone to share this live with their friends and family. While you're doing that, we'll get right into it. So, I do have a task for everyone tonight, and that task is to share the life as much as possible. The person with the most shares receives a date with Santa Claus December 24th at midnight Eastern Standard Time and 9 p.m. in Guyana. So go ahead, share the link because you get a date, all right? Uh, the other task that I have tonight is for you to put a cake emoji if you're excited about tonight's show, or put a pepper pot emoji if you're excited to see Vlad. Now, put a hands up in the comments if you went looking for the pepper pot emoji. I know some of you did, so don't be lying right now. You did. You did look for that pepper pot emoji, and that's okay. We do from time to time think that there are things there that's actually not there, and that's part of being an adult, right? Um, our guests tonight are excellent cooks in their own right. Tonight they will show us their talent in the kitchen while I show you my talent at sitting here and doing absolutely nothing. Tonight's show will teach us about baking, cooking, and how to get diabetes, high blood pressure, and last but not least, how to get a good husband or wife. So pay attention, boys and girls. This is something you need to learn. I started my letter to Santa last week, and it continues tonight. I'm empowering and I'm enlightening Santa. Keep watching until the end so you know what is it that I'm writing to Santa. So I will be checking in later on in the show and next week to see if you guys really paid attention to what I was telling Santa. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be at the end, so stay locked on, okay? This week giveaway is compliments of Vermin Videsi Children Foundation and by easy.com. Here's a question for a chance to win a holiday box valued at $100. Are you guys ready for this? Last week, we spoke to Asif Ali and we asked him what is the one thing he likes to give for the holidays. What was his answer? I'll repeat that question again. Last week, we spoke to Asif Ali and we asked him what is the one thing he likes to give for the holidays. What was his answer? I'll let you guys comment below. And while you do that, we'll move on to the next thing because we do want to get to all these amazing guests that we have. Um, for our viewers in Guyana that is watching us on NTN, please grab your phone, go to Facebook, look for Get Real with Shamisa, hit the like and follow button, and comment where in Guyana you're watching us from. Perfect. So as you're doing that, I'm going to go to the comments and I'm going to read some comments from our viewers. Good night to Bibi, Rubina Ali. She's joining us from Guyana on the west side. I believe that's the west coast that she's referring to. Bibi, thank you for joining us. Sherry Mohammed. Oh, I see wine. No, I didn't have any wine today, guys. Oh, that might be the answer to last week's question. Is that what it is? Michael Puran, thank you for joining us. Good night to you too. Mona Lisa says a sweater. Very interesting. Avita, Guyana, right now, thank you. Sukram, one of my very dear friends, is joining us from Puerto Rico. Last time I checked, he lived in New York, but who knows? Maybe he's visiting. Muhammad Azad says pen and wine. That's a plus. I think there's a bonus for that, Muhammad Azad. So we'll have to up the price on that one. Valerie is joining us from the website. Thank you, Valerie, for joining us. We will now move on. So thank you guys for being here with us. Before we do get to our guests, so guys, we do have a message from our sponsors. So enjoy this message.
NNS Algo Licensed Custom Brokerage Services Inc. is a Guyanese owned and registered company located at Lot 49 Public Road, Kitty, Georgetown, with branch office at Lot 10A Media Ida on the west coast of Demerara. We offer an all-inclusive service including delivery for all your commercial imports of air and sea cargo, containerized or LCL, vehicle and equipment, and much more. Make that call today, 225-5495, or visit our pages at www.nsalgobrokerage.com or find us on Facebook at NS Algo Brokerage.
Gavin sing at Rancho. Yeah, my liquor is my lover. I was born a drinker. Yeah, my liquor is my lover. I was born a drinker.
Enos Driving School offers training for CDL licenses, including tractor trailers, trucks, and school buses. Just think, with a CDL license, you can have access to thousands of driving jobs at large companies such as FedEx, UPS, MTA, or New York Sanitation. Enos Driving School also offers defensive driving courses and training classes for cars and motorcycles, all taught by their college-trained instructors who can even schedule your road test appointments. Inquire about other driving and training packages as well. You might even be qualified for their free CDL training, as they are a certified institution with the New York State Workforce One program. Call Enos Driving School today. They've been serving our community for over 10 years.
Imagination Foundation. Since it has been founded in 2014, Imagination Foundation has been dedicated to providing recreational, educational, and health benefits to the less fortunate in Guyana. From awareness concerts to free concerts where thousands have attended, to annual back-to-school events where hundreds of backpacks and school supplies are distributed so that children can start their year fresh and equipped to learn. Annual Christmas events with toys and games, providing hot meals to orphanages and the Dharamsala. Our team work hard and tirelessly. We are proud to consistently distribute hundreds of hampers throughout the pandemic, thanks to kind donors and sponsors and our founder. Look us up on Facebook if you would like to be part of this amazing movement. Imagination Foundation.
Back to Get Real with Shamisa. Thank you for all the kind comments. I'm so happy that you guys have chosen to spend this time with us. At this time, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our program tonight. Tonight, our Christmas spectacular continues with holiday menu or good food, as us West Indians like to say. What is that one item that you have to make? Mine is pepper pot. How about those who don't cook or can't cook? Yes, some of us are a bit, or actually very corhi, as my grandma used to say. Put a dancing lady emoji in the comments if you like corhi. If you understand the word corgi, please put a dancing lady emoji in the comments. Well, let's speak to our specialist. First up is Sherry Singh. Sherry, welcome to Get Real with Shamisa.
Hi.
Sherry, it is truly a pleasure to have you here this evening. And I do want to welcome our next guest in Alicia Ali. Alicia is joining us from the beautiful Guyana. So, welcome, Alicia. Alicia, can you hear us? Okay. So, Sherry, we're going to get right into it. So, I know that you recently you had like all these different things going on, but you are considered a pioneer in our community for cakes, right? And as a matter of fact, you have made a cake for the Trumps a few years ago. Can you tell us about that experience?
Yes, I did. It was about 4 or 5 years ago. Um, it was like another customer and actually like a friend of ours. They had ordered a cake from me for a baby shower, and the Trump's daughter-in-law happened to be at that baby shower, and she liked the way our chocolate cake tastes. And one thing led to another. They contacted me. They asked to order some stuff, and it was nothing big or enormous or extravagant. It was just three simple 9-inch round cakes for their baby shower, and I ended up making it. And I was so busy that week, I couldn't even deliver it. I had to ask them to come and pick it up. Um, I was in disbelief at first, but they ended up sharing it on their social media, and they tagged me and gave me credit for it. So I was grateful for the opportunity.
Wow. Was there anything that did they tell you anything in particular that they wanted, or were they very strict about certain things?
They were pretty flexible. They just said they wanted three cakes. They loved the chocolate cake, and they said just to make them safari theme, very simple safari theme. One of them had like a lion, one of them had a giraffe, and I think the other one had like an elephant on top.
Oh,
And they were just like, just make it cute. And like I said, they didn't want anything extravagant. They just wanted something along the safari theme because there wasn't anything major, but
right.
it was still three cakes that came out really well.
I hope one day I can see that creation that you have. I do want to take this comment from Brian Bisram. He says that Trump pay you.
No, Trump himself did not pay me. His daughter-in-law paid me. A different Trump.
Okay. Alicia, we'll go to you next. You Let me just get to it. What is your absolute favorite dessert to make, Alicia? And I know you have a treat for us in a moment, but can you tell us what is your absolute favorite dessert to make?
Oh, I really love to make cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Really? Sherry, how
Yeah.
about you?
My favorite dessert to make?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know. I have so many. Well,
Yeah.
right.
There's so
Well,
many, right?
right now, because it's Christmas, my favorite thing to make during Christmas is black cake. In fact, behind me over here,
Yeah.
there's close to 200 pounds of black cake there.
200. You said 200, right? Now, Alicia, I know that you are crazy busy at this time too, right? Because, just
Yeah.
getting it's great. What is your number that you have for orders on a daily basis? Because I know you have daily orders as well. What are your
I would
numbers?
say um probably about 10 orders per day. It
10
depends
orders?
because it's so busy now.
Right. Now, and do you do a lot of black cakes too, or you have a total different? Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Okay, well, here in Guyana, well, because I'm Muslim, I don't do the black cake with the alcohol. So
Okay.
I do the non-alcoholic black cake, but it's a lot of people buy, you know.
Yeah.
They like it. Well, my customers would say, there isn't much of a difference. It's just that they miss the alcohol, but I don't think there's anything better without without the alcohol. alcohol, you know. I think the original black cake has to have the alcohol in it. But I make it, it's rich, it's really nice. They love it.
Very good. Now, Sherry, you're about to launch your first storefront. Tell us about Sherry's weakness for sweetness and what it means to you.
So Sherry's weakness for sweetness started off as just a dream. I mean, I did what every Guyanese parent wants their kid to do. I went to St. John's University. I got my bachelor's degree. I got my master's degree in political science and international law. I was supposed to be a lawyer, but I am obviously not a lawyer. I remember coming home one day and I told my dad, I said, this not for me. And obviously I had to prove myself to him. I started making cakes since I was about 17 years old, just making stuff for family. Majority of times it was free and it got expensive. And then I started taking out pictures, posting it on my Facebook and then Instagram, and more people started ordering. And then I lost my last job at about 10 years ago. Actually, yeah, 10 October, May 10 years ago, I lost my last job. I was working as a paralegal and I was miserable because I was still taking orders from a home, and and it was kind of hard because I started getting really busy with work. And at the point when I lost my job, I was thinking to myself, do I really want to stay home and just make cakes? And I was worried about that. But then, everything happens for the best, and everything happens in its own time. So for the past 10 years, I've been working for myself. I haven't had any other jobs, and it hasn't been easy. Um, it's exhausting, as you can see. but
You know,
but
it's after 8 p.m. You look great for 8 p.m.
thanks, thanks. So yeah, so I've been doing that for the past 10 years. 2 years ago, actually 4 years ago, I decided I was ready to open up my place, and then 2 years ago we started construction, and I had some issues with contractors, and then the COVID shut down, and then I had a baby, and I had the
Congratulations.
city, thank you, the city putting me through hoops, then trying to get the gas and everything going. So finally, I announced a couple of days ago that we're having our opening this Sunday. So we've been doing a lot of prep for that. So it's been a long time coming, but nothing happens before it's time, right?
Absolutely. Now, Alicia, I do see in the comments we have so many people that is so in love with your cakes. So, um, tell us a little bit about your cakes, or actually show us, because I know you have some desserts in the back that you do want to show us, right?
Yes, I made some. Well, I have orders and stuff, so I made some to show you tonight.
Okay. So let us see what you have there for us.
So
Oh,
we got the Christmas design,
yeah, we can see. I can see. Maybe a little bit closer to you. Yeah, right there.
and then we got like cupcakes, and what's popular now? The sugar cookies, very popular here.
And that's Santa Claus, right?
Yeah, the Santa Claus. Well, what I'm doing now, I'm making these cookie kits like on iced cookies, and I put these colored icings in a box. I create a kit, and I make those for the little ones. That you could sit with your little ones and you can decorate the cookies and have fun with them. It's
Right.
all about making memories. I mean, even the older ones are enjoying it.
Definitely. Um,
Yeah, so
Now, Sherry, one of the most important questions that I have for you tonight is, do you use measuring tools, or do you use like parents and grandparents, the average thing where they think it's a little bit of this, a pinch of that? How do you do it?
No, 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 no.
You use
So
measuring
this
tools.
so this is where education comes in, right? So because I grew up here and I went to school here,
Yeah.
my grandmother taught me how to bake. So my Aji, my father's mother, she taught me how to bake. Prior to that, I would just make, like, when I was a little kid, I would make like box mixes just because I wanted to do something. But then my Aji taught me how to bake, and she would say, "Oh, to make a pound cake, you're going to use a pound of butter, a pound of flour, a pound of sugar." And so I would always ask her. So the biggest problem was, well, how many eggs are we using? And so we would fight about those sort of things because she couldn't really tell me. She'd say, "Oh, you could use like you look at it and you'll see you'll put like 8 or 9 or something like that." And then we would fight about it. And then like I would look things up. And then eventually I went to pastry school, and I actually like I because I was just accustomed to schooling. I was like, you know what? I went to school to get those other degrees. I have to go to school to perfect baking. Like I need to know the science behind it. So even something as as good as parsan, if my like when my grandmother showed me how to make it, she's like, okay, you see this cup here? We're gonna use 2 of these cups of flour, and then we're gonna use 2 of these cups of sugar. And everybody does it now, where they're like, oh yeah, put on 2 cups of rice to boil, but it's not really 2 cups. It's probably like a cup and a half, or it's actually 4 cups.
Right.
So I use precise measurements. Alicia will tell you, baking is a science. You screw
Yeah.
it up,
And
things will go bad. Like
Yeah.
sugar is water, like
Cake
too much
will
sugar will
go
stick
sinking
to
down.
eggs, all of that stuff. So I use precise measurements.
How about you, Alicia? Do you do precise as well?
yeah, precise. Sometimes if you don't, measure correctly, one little thing can, cause an entire batter of something to go spoiled.
And
Right.
then
And
a whole hour
You
gets
have,
wasted.
yeah, and an whole hour, and it's tiring to mix. And then when you make a mistake, you have to mix again.
wow. Now,
The ingredients
Sherry,
go to waste.
uh, you are open and real about every aspect of your life on social media. You've openly spoken about your struggles with your pregnancy. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And what is your advice to women that has been going through this struggle?
It's it's something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, because we dealt with it for 7 years. And although I was busy working and I had so much going on, the thought of becoming a mother never left my head. So I can only imagine how someone that's less busy and doesn't have like their business to fall back on would feel about something like that.
Right.
Again, it wasn't easy. We speak openly about it. Everyone's struggle is different. I speak to a lot of people about it privately because each case is unique. Everyone is different.
Yeah.
Uh, I have my son now. I'm grateful and thankful, but I never forget what we went through.
Definitely.
And it's not easy having the business and having a baby, but knowing I have him to go home to, it's rewarding.
Well, I'm happy that you can be open about that because as a woman, it's important that we share certain things, right? Everyone loves you for sharing, they know you and love you for sharing the cakes, but it's important that, sometimes you're helping, you are unknowingly helping another woman.
I
Like,
just feel like as women, we need to be a little bit more open with one another,
yeah,
because I think women judge other women the hardest.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I know that for a fact, and I
So,
just I feel like that shouldn't be.
yeah. Well, again, thank you for sharing your journey with everyone, and hopefully your struggles help another woman to save herself some time and energy to make different decisions, and just help her overall. Alicia, are you the type of cook that do your dishes as you go, or do you let it pile up?
Oh my God. I'm in between both actually. So sometimes I'm there watching and then I'm here baking and I'm here mixing and then sometimes I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get it done after I'm finished.
Yeah. How about you, Sherry? Are you the type that let it pile up, or you do it as you go?
You don't want to come wash dishes for us. It, the thing is, we get so busy that I'm the type of person, when I'm home and I'm cooking, I like to wash and clean as I go. Like, well, but when you're baking and you have so much to bake, it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah.
So you can just try to wash as you go along, which I try to do.
Yeah.
Um, but they end up having to wait for a little
Yeah, they
while.
still end up in the sink and you have to wash them after.
Oh my goodness. That's why for our Christmas specials, we're not deep panning. I have bought disposable pans. Wherever I
But
can dispose of something, I am happy.
yes. At
Because you
least
know what? I wish I could show you our sink. It's massive because of the amount of dishes that we wash.
crazy. I'll think that there might be like dishwasher that just, help to get it all packed up and washed, like, not,
Yeah, we can't put like a 60 quart into the dishwasher.
no, you can't
We
do
are the
that.
dishwasher.
All right. So before we wrap you guys up for tonight, what questions do you guys have for each other? Because I know you both are like you have a huge following and you admire each other. So do you guys have questions for each other before we go tonight? Sherry, do you have any questions for Alicia?
um, Not really. I actually follow her work. Somehow she requested me on Facebook a while ago, and then I noticed that she was making cakes in Guyana, and that's why I wanted you to have her on the show because I figured this is a hardworking woman in a different country doing the same thing I'm doing in America, and I wanted to shine some spotlight on her. I'm sure she's
Thank
younger than
you
I
so
am,
much.
and I wanted to let her know that I admire what she does because I know what hard work it is, and I
Yes,
want to wish
that's
her well.
something.
So not really any questions. Oh, the
Just
only question I have is, do you have other people helping you? I think you have your mom helping you, right?
Well, she does the catering, but for the cakes and everything else, I actually work alone.
Yeah, it's
So
tough. It's tough.
it
For many
is, it
years, I worked
is.
alone.
Yeah, I've been working all day. I was wondering if I would be able to, come on live. I'm so
Yeah, me too.
tired
I
right
kept setting
now.
alarms, and I kept telling my girls, give me 10 more minutes, give me 15 more minutes, because we were baking. Plus, I made dinner for my husband to carry home because he has to go pick up our son, and I'm just like, oh my god, I don't want to be late for this live.
Same
well,
here.
you both are doing an amazing job in our community. Sherry, good luck to you for your
Thank
opening
you.
and launch of your store. Alicia, I know you're super busy. I want to thank you guys both for joining us this evening. And I look forward. Well, Sherry, I know I've ordered from you several times. I know how delicious your cake is. Alicia, hopefully soon I visit Guyana. I'll come by and get a taste of your desserts as well. But good luck to you both. And you have a platform here that you can always come back. Let us know what you're doing and anything you want to share with our viewers. I would love for you guys to also share your link, share information on the page so that our viewers can also get in contact with you if they need to place orders or do anything. Sherry, do you want to tell us how they can get in contact with you?
So this Sunday we're having the formal grand opening for our bakery. I'm known as Cakes by Sherry, but the name of our bakery is now Sherry's Weakness for Sweetness, and the address is 11407 Jamaica Avenue. You can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Cakes by Sherry. I post lots of pictures and updates and stuff about the business there. I also recently created a TikTok. I'm not great at it, but I've been trying. My largest following is on Facebook and Instagram. Um, yeah, so our grand opening again is this Sunday from 1 to 5. Um, you can, like I said, follow me on Instagram. It's Cakes by Sherry, or Facebook. It's Sherry Sing, but I prefer Instagram. It's a little less. There's a little bit more stuff you could see there.
Perfect. How about you, Alicia? If anyone wants to contact you to order, how do they contact you?
Oh, I'm on Facebook as Alicia Sweet Treat.
Mhm.
Well, as Sherry said, I'm still working on the TikTok thing as well. It's like,
Okay.
I'm trying with it too. So I'm mostly on Facebook. I'm hardly on Instagram. So they could get me on Facebook anytime, Messenger, WhatsApp. Congratulations, Sherry, on
Thank you.
your opening. I
Thank
wish
you.
I was there to celebrate with you. And thank
Thank
you,
you.
Shamini, for having
Well,
us.
the next time I visit Guyana, I'll come visit you, but I'll message you for your location.
Yes,
When you
I'm
guys
looking forward to that.
When you guys do that, please share a photo on your Ocean Mesa with me.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Tag me on it so I can see how you guys are doing. All right. Good luck to you both. Happy holidays, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
thank you
Take
for
care.
having us.
All right. From our sponsors at this time.
NNS Algo Licensed Custom Brokerage Services Inc. is a Guyanese-owned and registered company located at Lot 49 Public Road, Kitty, Georgetown, with branch office at Lot 10A Media Ida on the west coast of Demerara. We offer an all-inclusive service including delivery for all your commercial imports of air and sea cargo, containerized or LCL, vehicle and equipment, and much more. Make that call today, 225-5495, or visit our pages at www.nsalgobrokerage.com or find us on Facebook at NS Algo Brokerage.
Gavin sing at Rancho. Yeah, my liquor is my lover. I was born a drinker. Yeah, my liquor is my lover. I was born a drinker.
Enos Driving School offers training for CDL licenses, including tractor trailers, trucks, and school buses. Just think, with a CDL license, you can have access to thousands of driving jobs at large companies such as FedEx, UPS, MTA, or New York Sanitation. Enos Driving School also offers defensive driving courses and training classes for cars and motorcycles, all taught by their college-trained instructors who can even schedule your road test appointments. Inquire about other driving and training packages as well. You might even be qualified for their free CDL training, as they are a certified institution with the New York State Workforce One program. Call Enos Driving School today. They've been serving our community for over 10 years.
Welcome back to Get Real with Shamiza. And thank you guys so much for being here with us this evening. Next, I would like to introduce our next guest for tonight's show, Ash and Vlad from Hook or Cook. I know everyone's been waiting for these two guests. How's it going?
Good, good, good.
Good evening.
Ash, you have to tell me about this hat. Oh,
So this is my daughter's headband. I decided to be festive, right? Santa in the house.
Well, I try to be festive. I wore some green. I know you guys are wearing red, so we can, level up with the colors somehow.
This is my fishing
Exactly.
shirt.
Now, Vlad, I know you had some issues earlier, and you were actually at the barber trying to get a
Yes,
haircut.
the Jerry curl. They didn't have the right hairspray for this perm.
Right. And so you had some major issues there. You actually almost canceled tonight because of the issues
Yes,
you had with your hair,
they didn't have
right?
the right. They didn't have the right Jerry curls to go in my hair. You know.
Right. That's just completely wrong. Now, welcome, guys, and I'm so excited to have you guys. Um,
Somebody
Sherry
taking a
and
plate.
My other guests tonight, they were absolute fun. They were the cake ladies. You guys are just a variety of different things. I have like some, pepper pot. I smell some cook up by Ash. There are like so many things going on in your homes right now.
Mhm.
Ash, I see you've already done like 3 Christmas trees. I mean, you guys, you guys are extra. Are you guys extra?
Well,
What?
I know I am.
And how about you, Vlad? Do you think you're extra?
Look, I'm a busy fella, I got lots of kids. I'm always doing stuff around the house, so I'm not an extra.
How many trees do you have up, Vlad?
9.
How many?
The wife put up 9.
9 Christmas trees. Ah,
She didn't want
she's extra, extra, right?
she didn't want to
I
stop.
I
Look, there's probably 2 behind me there, and then outside in my kitchen she put one, and then the wife put a big one in front. She doesn't stop.
Wow. Well, one less thing for you to worry about. You don't have to, I mean, I think Ash probably did most of her trees. And if your wife does all 9 trees, then there is nothing to worry about for you.
But she and the kids actually take care of the trees every year. They all like to do their own separate tree whenever Christmas comes around.
That's a great idea. I like that idea. As my kids get older, I'm going to do the same thing. You do your tree,
Make
put it in
make
your
sure
room.
make sure you buy shatterproof ornaments. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyone that's, interested, Vlad can tell you where to get these shatterproof ornaments as well. Now, Amelia Law says, oh my God, 9 trees? Ash and Trevor Jingri, you need to beat this next year. 9 trees?
listen. Don't start me up, okay? I already have 2 extra trees that my husband said no more trees in the house, okay? So don't start me up.
Oh, no.
My wife cannot go to Home Depot store because anytime she go to Home Depot store, she loves Home Depot tree that they have. You gotta move her. You gotta pass her through hardware or something like that because she can pick up something in Home Depot that concerns Christmas.
Wow. Now, Vlad, I know you have been busy for the last few days. As a matter of fact, you actually made some pepper pot for our
I,
viewers tonight.
I
Well,
made a
not
pepper
for
pot
them, but
on.
you
Right.
actually made it from scratch. So we'll go ahead and take a look at what you did for our viewers tonight.
Nice.
While you're doing that, you want to tell us while we get the video ready, you want to tell us what they're going to be seeing exactly?
Well, I made a beef pepper pot, and of course, beef pepper pot. We did oxtail, cow face, and regular beef, and cow heel also.
Okay.
But since we were small in Guyana, that's what my brother always used to make since we were like 10, 11, 12, as far as I can remember. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a very similar process of what he did. But in Guyana, he used to use chunks of meat. And because in Guyana, you have a bigger pot also. And everybody come over your house at Christmas time or always
Right.
wants a pepper pot. It doesn't matter where you're from in Guyana. You stop by somebody's house, it's always pepper pot.
Perfect. So let's take a look at what you did earlier.
It's Guyana's most iconic dish. It is usually served during Christmas time, but why wait? And it's served with nice hot homemade banana bread. Now let me show you exactly how we reach this plate of delicious pepper pot. Pepper pot has a few main ingredients, and this is the main man. You don't have cashew, don't even attempt to make pepper pot. Browning and those things can't work. Thyme, some broadleaf thyme or Spanish oregano they call it too, but these two very important to this dish, and so is Mr. Basil, or in Guyana we call it mardman pork. Cinnamon, 1 or 2 sticks is fine, just to give some nice flavor. Garlic, of course, and we got some other ingredients: onion and our meat. Anytime I make pepper pot, I love to use the skin, or they call it cow face in Guyana. Some regular beef, and I got some bone parts like the neck bones. And here we have some oxtail and some cow heel. Now, I already went ahead and pre-cooked these for about an hour and a half. I'm going to show you how it was done. This is just a braising process. Add some salt, some garlic and onions. You can leave these in big chunks because this is going to be slow cooked for about an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, depending on the tenderizing process of the meat. I don't have a pressure cooker. I don't like pressure cooker, so I usually slow cook my food. So it's braising. I'm going to add some water, just enough to cover, just right to the top. Then I'm going to cover this. That was that process. Pepper, of course. I've got 1 hot pepper and a couple of flavoring Guyana yellow pepper. Some people add sugar, but my casrip is very nice. I got this in the fridge for about 2 years now. So let's get started. I don't need any sugar. We're just gonna saute our onions and garlic just for a minute. If you notice, everything is whole and big because this pot, everything will melt out. Add our meat and let this saute for a couple of minutes. Put in some salt, toss this around. Cover this. Keep turning it. You don't want it to catch in the bottom and burn. We're gonna add our aromatics, thyme. I'm just throwing it in just like this. As I said, everything will melt out. You watch at the end and see. Put in our cinnamon and our peppers now. This is a thyme hole. All the leaves come off and just leave the stem. You can just remove it so easily. And you can do this to any other dish that you use thyme in. Mix everything up real nice. Now we're gonna add our cashew. This is about a cup of cashew that I'm using. My cashew is pure Guyana Pomeroon cashew. 1 cup, and look at my pot. All covered and coated. This is the remaining thyme. We call it broadleaf thyme in Guyana. Put in the rest of the basil or mardman pork. I wonder why they call this thing mardman pork. Maybe somebody can leave me a comment below and let me know why. Cut up our scallions. You see everything is big? It's gonna melt out. Don't worry about it. This food can be lashing when it's done. Cover that, let it cook down slow and 9 minutes more, and that's it. Take it off. I hope this bread coming from Canada. This bread supposed to come. Santa have to drop this bread off just now. It's Christmas in July. I'm gonna have to turn this off now. It's done. Usually we eat this the following morning for Christmas or breakfast. But I'm gonna dish out some and show you how nice and delicious this thing looks. That's the cow heel. There we go. Some of the skin, and there's the oxtail. Everything is soft and nice. The calf's rib, which is from cassava, they extract the juice. It's a process to make that. It's an ancient dish from the Amerindian people of Guyana. Look at that. Lovely, delicious. Well, you know what's coming next, right? Santa done drop it off. It's fresh, nice bread, homemade. Look at that. Delicious, delicious bread and some hot pepper pot. Lovely, lovely pepper pot.
Wow,
I gotta go take out my share and eat right now.
that looks delicious.
I want pepper pot now too.
As you were on the live, you saw the pepper pot we were making. It was, it was good.
It was.
What I missed in this one, guys, I forgot to add clove in that one. So usually we would add some cloves.
All right. So anyone that need to know, please reach out to Vlad if you have questions about that pepper pot you just saw. I know you were wondering why it's called Married Man Pork. Did you ever find out the
Nope.
answer to that question?
Up to now, no.
Hopefully tonight we can get someone to answer that question, or we can. I mean, at least if we get a good explanation, right?
Right.
We just need an explanation. So
Yeah,
anyone,
let it be a good explanation too. Not no
yeah. I mean,
makeup thing that they gonna make up.
even if you make it up, just make it sound realistic so we believe it and we have a story to tell.
It's funny. There is Ash know that since in the beginning, I always used to I contacted her first with all this stuff. So if you think I make a good pepper pot, I'm sure Ash got a damn good one just like that too on her channel.
You know
Of
what?
course, I do.
Yes.
We're gonna have to do some cooking together, guys.
So I saw someone said something about onions in a recipe.
Yes. Gibran.
I only when I came to the States I started using onion. Indeed was only garlic.
Right. I don't put any onions because for
Right.
mine, the longer it is, it stays the better it tastes. So I
Correct.
don't take any chances and put onion. I put lots of garlic and I just let it simmer for days on the stove.
Mine has been heating outside right now, but since I've been using onions for a few years now, I've never had it spoil. But pepper pot don't last 4 days in our house, so
Well, yeah, that's the other thing too. I
it
would
done
try
it
it.
done
Yeah.
within 3 4 days.
Yeah.
I've
Now,
never had issues with the onion either, and I did
Hmm.
had people mention that it's not traditionally added, but
Hmm.
in recipes, I believe it evolves. Everyone cook to their own preference and taste, so it's not necessary because it's been cooked one way, it should stay that way.
Correct.
true.
Everyone alter
Who
it and
knows?
make it their own.
Ash, who knows? Maybe the Amerindians didn't have access to onions back then.
Yeah, onion was an
Exactly.
imported onion was
Right?
imported
Maybe it
too, I
was too
believe.
expensive or it couldn't get to the interior where there was. Who knows,
Right.
right? So
Correct.
to each their own.
Yes.
Now I do want to move on to Ash because I know Ash has a little treat for us as well. You actually prepared a video for us as well. So
Can you move me over to her screen so I could get a sample too?
move move that over. And Ash, can you tell us what we're about to see?
Of course, you cannot have Christmas in Guyana without ginger beer. So it's classic Guyanese ginger beer, the simple, easy way.
All right. Well, let's take a look at what you're really talking about. Ginger beer.
Hi guys, let's make some ginger beer. It cannot be a Guyanese Christmas without this delicious drink. These are the ingredients we will be using to prepare it. I have in the mug here 4 cups of boiling water, 1/3 of cup of fresh grated ginger with the skin on, of course, about 8 cloves and 1 teaspoon nutmeg, some orange peel, dry orange peel, 1 cinnamon stick, 1 cup of brown sugar, and some lime juice. Let's mix everything together, guys. In goes my clove and my nutmeg into the water. I'm gonna go ahead and add our orange peel along with our cinnamon stick. In goes our lime juice and the star of the show, our fresh ginger, guys. Yes, get them all in there. Get all those goodies in there. I am going to go ahead and add my brown sugar. I love to use brown sugar, but you can use white sugar too. That's totally fine. We're going to go ahead and give this a really, really good mix. Make sure everything is mixed well and marry very good together. I'm going to go ahead and pop an airtight lid on this, put it away in a dry dark place in my cupboard and let it marry for a few days. This is what it's looking like after 4 days. I have my glass here prepared with some ice, and of course I went fancy with the rim with some sugar. I'm going to go ahead and pour this deliciousness. And let's enjoy some ginger beer, guys. Look at that rich color. The longer you leave your ginger beer to steep, the stronger it'll be. Okay, so this is to your preference. In goes a fresh cinnamon stick, and cheers. We're going to eat this with some delicious black cake. Enjoy.
No, Ash, you didn't do that to us. You didn't put. Oh, Vlad, what is she doing to us here?
I already get my
Cheers.
piece. I don't worry. I get FedEx early piece.
You did?
Oh, I
And
was supposed to
Ash,
say nothing. Sorry, sorry.
Ash, we'll have a conversation after.
He's starting drama.
Wow.
Ash.
Now,
Go ahead, Chip.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, Vlad, go ahead.
I want to tell you guys something. Ash, when
Yeah.
you were last year, not last year, this year, February
Hmm.
to now, you guys, if you guys haven't checked out Ash channel, you guys look to see the boom that's going on right now.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
thank you, Vlad.
Ash, and you know that Ash, I've recommended lots of her video to a lot of my friends and viewers because some of the stuff that she makes, I can't make, and I'm not gonna drama about it and try to send them something I can't do.
Right. And
You
and I
know.
Thank
think
you, and
that
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
right.
and the ginger beer is very, very nice. Oh my God, Shamisa, it really that's. But let me ask one question. Some people used to boil the ginger, but that process, I think you get a lot. Like how you left it to ferment, I think it brings out more strength in the ginger.
So, in the original video, I did boil the ginger and let it steep. let it steep. But this, I was doing a TikTok, and TikTok, you don't have time for that. So I just speed up the process and just boil the water and just pour everything, and the taste is exactly the same thing, no difference.
Mm-hmm.
Now, back in the days in Guyana, we used to actually put it out in the sun. I heard you say put it in a dark place and just leave it. Is it the same thing though at the end of the day?
Yes, so the sun is more powerful in my opinion because it
Right.
heats it up. So it's like fermenting more. But we're in the US, it's freezing cold. Where am I gonna get the sun from? So the
Yeah,
next best way to get it to draw, you put it in a dark place.
place then.
Ash, we just had Rocky on the live there. Make sure you send some ginger beer for that cheese roll and pint they made a couple of days ago, yeah?
And FedEx
Rocky
that
wants
ginger beer too.
Rocky wants Badam Lacha. So
Oh, you know how to do that one?
That girl can make
girl, that
anything.
recipe is on the channel too. Yes.
Well, me, listen, I like that you have it on the channel. I just want to experience it in my mouth. I don't want to go look how to make it.
You
That takes too much time.
Ash made gata. If you know what gata is from
Oh my
Guyana,
God. How can we not know what gata is?
you guys have to follow more of the YouTubers. That's what I think.
Definitely. We
Yes,
have to. And I love how you guys support each other. I love how Sherry and uh,
absolutely.
how the two of them support each other's with
Hmm.
their cake and everything. That's the way it should be. We have to learn to support each other because Vlad, you make a really good pepper pot. Ash makes the ginger beer, and
Yes.
people might like your something that you make a little bit different, and they still
Hmm.
watch and follow you guys, so there's room for everyone, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Now,
and every cook cooks differently. I might add something to mine that Bad never try, or he might add something that I see and I never try, and then be like, "Hey, let's try it." You never know. You might like it,
Hmm.
you might not like it.
Yeah.
definitely. Now, Ash, do you have any substitutes that you use for recipes that it's like really, really good that people can't even tell the difference? Like for some people, like for me, sometimes I substitute bananas in my pancakes so the kids are not getting that much sugar. Do you have anything that you substitute that's really good that you can share with us?
For what? Pancake?
For anything that you do, like any recipes, do you have any substitutes in your recipes that's amazing that people should try?
Like
It
how you
depends on
like
the
how you use
recipe.
that almond like how you use that almond paste on your cake today.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, traditionally, it's been used for
years. Yeah,
generations, like in Guyana and stuff like that. So, I had it in Guyana and I fell in love with it. And I've been doing that every time I make ice and black cake, that's a must for me. I enjoy it. It brings that nutty flavor to the black cake. So, if you never tried almond paste on your black cake, you should. I highly recommend it. If you have a nut allergy, stay away.
definitely. Now, Vlad, as we can all see, everyone saw the pepper pot was really, really delicious, right? It looks so good. Do you think mankind has ever calculated the calories of a plate of pepper pot and bread?
I think Guyana pepper pot was is much high in calories compared to this one because on today, pepper pot when you heat it up or the following morning have lots of fat on top of it.
Right.
And
Over
this is
here,
two days now. My pepper pot have zero fat. I did the live this morning and showed that there was no fat, and I'm surprised. And it happened a few times before in the past, but
right.
I still I do trim off some of the stuff that I'm cooking with. The kids and sometimes they don't like all that oil floating on top. So I think
Right.
the calorie is high. I'm not gonna say how much it is, probably because the face has a lot of stuff, and the oxtail is very very high in fat too.
Okay. Now, Ash, do you have any utensils in the kitchen that you actually use as a substitute, and we're not going to call the name, on your
For licks.
kids or your husband?
Not at all. Let me tell you, if I pick up a spatula in this kitchen, everybody just disappear or the little one just start cry before you even open the drawer.
So
So
you do have a utensil that you use that you pick up sometimes.
She have a draw.
spatula is the thing. Spatula. I have a drawer full of spatula. Okay, my thing is spatula.
How about you, Vlad? Is there anything that you sometimes pick up and the family just scatters when you bring it out?
Yeah, I just refer to the wife. When they hear mom is helter skelter, they run through the wall as everything in this house.
Wow.
They just beg to go fishing with me, just not to be wrong when mom is angry. Dad, you're not going fishing today? I was like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Where you want me to go fishing now?
Now, I do see in the comments someone was asking about your fish pepper pot. Keith Henry says, Vlad, tell him about your fish pepper pot.
No, no, he
Is
didn't
there
say
such
pepper
a
pot.
thing?
He's talk. Actually, yes. In Guyana, my niece never she doesn't like beef or chicken or any other meat but fish.
Uh-huh.
So they used to make fish pepper pot. And I think I couldn't remember if it's gilbaca they use where the skin is thicker or like a snapper.
Right.
Because a thinner skin fish will definitely fall apart.
Right. Yeah.
On on that Pepper Pot Live, now that you mentioned fish, Shaman, she's a YouTuber from Canada. She
Mhm.
mentioned Hassa Pepper Pot.
All right. Listen,
Okay.
That's
you.
because I went to catch Hassa Sunday with Rocky. So
All
she was
right.
just trying to chime it in because we got Hassa, fresh Hassa.
Well, pepper pot needs that boiling process,
Hmm.
you need farm meat or whatever you're
Right.
using. So the hatsa is very farm. So if someone wants to try a hatsa pepper pot, tag me in it, please.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, you do it. Tag us. Let us know how it came out. All right. Um, we Ash, this question is for you.
Uh-huh.
Who is your favorite chef? Oh, I don't know.
Okay,
Ooh,
he's gonna be
anything?
um, Chef Dev in Canada,
Oh my God, I love him.
my
Oh,
boy.
Dev is
shout
very, very good.
out to Chef Dev. Maybe one day we can have Chef Dev
I would hope you have him on your show. Like he's very popular amongst the girls.
All right, you somebody
And
tag Chef Dev.
and
He's
for my birthday, I was so fortunate for him to wish me happy birthday. A very close friend of mine, Savi, I don't know if she's on the live, requested it, and I was in Aruba, and I think that was the highlight of my day. I couldn't stop talking about it.
That was recently, right?
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I remember your birthday. Well, if you guys do get in contact with him, let him know that he has Vlad and Ash that absolutely loves him, and a few of our viewers as well. So
You guys got to see his restaurant is of A1 quality. And he
really,
uses the same Guyanese food because of his grandmother cooking.
uh-huh.
If you follow his story, he's got a really, really good story.
I and we love good stories here and Get
Yes,
Real with
yes, he's
Shamiza.
down to
So
earth,
Shamisa,
and
you should have him. He is
yeah.
amazing.
you
My
guys
role
work your
model right
magic,
there.
I
work your
just spoke to
magic,
him
and let me
about a
know.
week and a half ago for the first time.
Yeah.
I was trying to pick his brain on some stuff, and he gave me some really good pointers and ideas. And he's very, very nice. He responded really nice and everything too.
Do you guys know the name of the restaurant? I see Amelia is asking.
I will have to look it up off
All
my
right,
head. No,
we'll
I
look it
should
up.
know
We'll
maybe
tag
too.
you guys in it.
Yes.
Now, if I give you guys four, I'll go with Vlad first. If I give you four ingredients, I'm gonna give you flour, sugar, butter, and cheese. What dish, dessert, or pastry can you make me?
I'll probably make cheese roll.
Oh, very nice. How about you, Ash?
Let me see. What is it? Flour.
Flour, sugar, um,
Cheese
cheese,
and
and
butter.
butter.
I'll probably let's see what I'll make with that one.
Cheese straw.
Cheese straw.
Sugar can go in cheese strawberry.
Yeah.
You use
It's a sweet and
everything.
savory.
Probably I'll make a cake with it and I'll incorporate cheese in it to see the texture and see how that's gonna come out.
Ah, I like that. Vlad, I think
I glad you asked me for so I could pick cheese roll out of the way.
I probably would go classic cake, a eggless cake, and like run with it. Let's see, because the cheese is going to work as the butter
boy,
substitute in there. Yeah. So
very nice. Well, guys, do you guys have any suggestions, questions for each other?
Co- uh, I would like to say for young YouTubers, because in the
Yes.
beginning it's usually a struggle, and I think that I was going to say something along the line of being consistent, and don't feel obligated to just do this by yourself. And that's something I preach on my channel, and I push it a lot, where I do a lot of collaborations. Just because of the struggle that I've been through as a young YouTuber, I'm out there to help anyone. So anyone
That's
willing to reach out to me and have a collaboration or even talk, I don't. It doesn't have to be about a video. Even if you want to shoot an idea about something, go ahead. Actually, it's the same way. We have lots of good ones. Charmin in Canada, Rocky, Sandy. These are all. If you start talking to these people, you would not believe how much information you can get, and different ways of cooking and different ideas of different stuff. So you know what, Ash and I reached out to her before too, and I do appreciate of all the help I got. So Ash, again, thanks. Merry Christmas to the whole family.
Thank you. Don't mention it. It
Shamiza
was
and
my
Ali,
pleasure.
Asif, and those things too. Even those two girls today, I was talking to them earlier.
yes.
That Sharon looked like she's gonna go way way fast. And Alicia looks a little bit shy, but I'm telling you, her products look amazing. So I'm sure she's gonna be right on the game too.
And listen, you guys are already on your way to being totally awesome. Both your personalities go with what you do, and for me, I like personality. You
Hmm.
can, have the best of everything, but if you don't have the right personality, it becomes boring. So I love Vlad's personality, and you, Ash, you're just amazing. I'm happy that I got in contact with you and we're able to
Hmm.
uh, get in contact, do shows together, and we actually do other things together too. So I want to thank you, wish you and your family a happy holiday. I want to wish everyone out there a happy holiday. And Vlad, happy holidays to you. I know this is not like, I know tomorrow I'm going to hear something from you again. So until tomorrow morning, Vlad, happy
Yes,
holidays
yes.
to you. Have a pleasant evening.
Same to you guys. Same to you
I
guys.
I do
Ash,
wish the
later.
same for you and your family, Vlad and Shamiza, and to all my followers, supporters. Thank you guys so much for your support and loving me so much. I wish you all a happy, safe, and blessed holiday. Take care.
All right, all right.
Take care,
Good night.
guys. All right, so we're moving along, and next on Get Real with Shamiza, he is no stranger to Get Real with Shamiza. As a matter of fact, he was one of our first musical guests before the show even got launched. Please welcome. Well, should I say his name? Actually, just bring him on. We don't need his name.
Hey,
Hey, how are you, Ranjiv?
I'm good. What's up, Shamisa? How are you?
I was just hoping. I'm doing well. I was just hoping they'll start putting your name in the comments and
Uh,
say they know it's Ranjiv.
oh man, I'm sure, because I'm probably the only one left out of all your guests. So it's such a
Right.
pleasure to be here.
Well, Kishan knew who it was. Of
Of
course,
course,
Kishan
of
knows.
course,
He
of
knows
course.
everything. Now, Ranjiv, it feels like you do so much, right? That sometimes I wonder how you do it.
Ah, I ask myself that quite a lot.
Now, how do you keep up with the times now? You have a family. I feel like every weekend you are at a different event,
Hmm.
one or two events. How do you keep up with everything?
Um, it's tough. I do work full time. Um, I do have a couple side hustles that I do business wise. I do have my music that I still have to focus on. I do have family, most of all, that I have to focus on. I have, babies. I
Yeah,
have a wife. I have so much things that I have to make a priority, right? But family first always, and we know that, and we've had many conversations about how we juggle things and how family is always a priority in what we do.
yeah,
But we try. I try my best to divide myself equally, which never always happens. But I try. I try my
you
best,
try.
and um, uh, is it as fruitful as I think it should be? Possibly not, but I'm actually very content with my I should say, uh,
Choices?
I'm content with my choices. I'm also content with the compensation as well, right?
Yeah,
Which is being able to do the things that I love to do, which is worth
right.
more than a financial compensation. You understand? So
Absolutely. That well put together. I like that, Ranjit, because
that was actually on the fly because I actually just thought of that because I mean, for the viewers listening,
yeah,
I didn't have any pre conversations with Shamiza about today's
so
interview because I'm busy, she's busy, we're all busy. So
yeah.
yeah,
I like that, and I hope I can go back and I can actually take that out and share it with the viewers because
please do.
it's important, right? And the way you just put it all together,
Mhm.
I thought you actually made that up for Get Real because that was so real. It was so genuine the way you said it.
It just
Um,
came straight from the heart, you know. And I think in everything that we do in life, on and off stage, whether it be behind closed doors, we do it genuinely and for the right reasons. And I've been using that for the right reasons a lot lately because I've been seeing a lot of things that just doesn't align with my beliefs.
right,
Doesn't mean that it's wrong, but
right.
it's just it bothers me because I know it can be better, and people should do better. You know, so
Yeah. And it's important, right? Because we all like you see, we had a panel just now where they all supported each other. They're all YouTubers, or they all into cakes, and they just support and love each other.
right,
And you can tell in the way they compliment each other and
of
everything. And
course,
I feel for you guys who are musicians, if you see someone up and coming and you can advise them or you can hold their hand and guide them, it's
yeah,
important to do it because what is it going to take from you to really do that? You just want to help that person. I feel it's equally important as well for that person who is getting their hand held
right.
to take the advice and to allow you to lead them to the right path. So
Of course. I
it
mean,
goes both ways.
I've advised a lot of up and coming, even some experienced ones. I've asked, we've had conversations, and I'm sure they've learned from me, and I've learned a lot from them. We've all walked different paths of life, and you can always learn something from somebody, whether it be somebody who's less accomplished
Mhm.
than you are. And for all your previous guests, I'm sure they all have their own little secrets and their own little tricks of the trade
Yes.
that they do to make their product unique, which is very important, right? It's always to find that niche, right? Now everybody could bake a cake and everybody could make a cheese roll and everybody could do this, but you add a special something,
Mhm.
and it may not be a spice, but it just may be a process. You understand?
Mhm. Exactly.
And that's what makes each one of them unique. And I know Sherry's been in business for a long time. I've just heard of um, I think it's Ashlia,
Ashiana.
Ashiana. I've met Ashiana before. Well, I've seen Ashiana before on the show, so I know
Yes.
she's no stranger to the show. Vlad, I'm familiar with as well. And they all have different styles the way they do things, such as in music, we all have each artist have different styles in the way they do things. And it's okay to learn from each other,
Yeah.
but always create your own. Don't
Yes.
copy. Don't try to be
Exactly.
a and I'm going to use these names freely because I can. Don't try to be a Ravi B, or don't try to be a Ki, or don't try to be a Raymond, or or a Tony or a Vicari. Be yourself.
Exactly.
Be yourself.
And as like you said, these guys that you just mentioned, they all have their own uniqueness
Of course,
and they use it to their advantage, right?
most
So does
definitely.
Ranjiv.
Oh yeah, yeah. Of
You
course,
have
we
your
we
own
all do. Yeah,
uniqueness, and I think it's important that we stay true to who we are, believe in ourselves, and really find that little thing that makes us unique and put it out there.
yeah.
With that said, Ranjiv, I do see in the comments that we have someone requesting for you to sing um, Maya.
My
Shariza
oh
Muhammad says,
um
I actually shared that
oh
song
yes, yes. I actually saw that
earlier
just a few
today,
minutes
and
ago. So believe it or not, tonight is a different night for me because I didn't I know as much as I am a
just
singer, I didn't prepare to actually sing with the music and all of that. But what I'll do, I'll actually a cappella anything that you guys want to hear that I've sang before. Now, if I don't know the words, please excuse me, but to a strange song, but to my songs, if there's something that you guys want to hear,
Yeah,
I'm more than
put
happy
it
to sing it.
put it in the comments, and
Yeah,
Ranjit will try to do it for you. It's the holidays. We're all jolly right now.
for sure, for sure. So Maya Teri Jai Jaikar is a song that I did earlier this year for Mother's Day. It was my first video after since 2010, I believe. 2009, 2010, that I actually released a video of a song, and I dedicated it to all the mothers out there for Mother's Day. And it was received really well. So I'm just going to acapella it a little bit.
Okay.
This is one is for Shariza, all the way in Trinidad. She's a huge supporter, so big up to her for
She
always sharing our
is.
music and always supporting all the artists across equally. Thank you. We appreciate you for that. So here we go. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
You,
you.
you got a little echo there? Okay. तेरी गोद में सर है मैया, अब मुझको क्या डर है मैया, दुनिया नजरे फिर में फेरे, दुनिया नजरे फिर में फेरे, मुझ पे तेरी नजर है मैया, तेरी गोद में सर है मैया, अब मुझको क्या डर है मैया. So that's the chorus of the song.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's a little acapella of Maya, and it was dedicated to mothers this year for Mother's Day, and it was actually a favorite, one of my favorite songs I've ever sung. So
The video was totally awesome. And
awesome, yeah.
speaking of since 2010, Ranjit, I actually had the pleasure of going back before 2010, and I found some videos.
Ooh,
I
don't do it.
so,
Don't do it.
yeah, should we do it, guys? What do you think? Should we go back pre 2010 Ranjit's videos? All right, fine. It's the holidays. We'll be nice.
Yeah, please, please, please,
We'll
please.
be nice. We'll be nice.
Thank you,
I do
everybody in the
see.
comments. I appreciate it.
Someone did say Pehla Nasha. Was it Pehla Nasha?
Oh, Pehli Nazar.
Pehli Nazar, one of my favorites. So,
All right.
can you do that one?
Yeah, we'll just do a little piece of it. Yeah. पहली नजर में कैसा जादू कर दिया, तेरा बन बैठा है मेरा जिया, ओ जाने क्या होगा क्या पता, इस पल को मिलके आज ही रे जरा, ओ मैं हूँ यहाँ तू है यहाँ, मेरी बाहों में आ अभी जा, ओ जाने जा दोनों जहां, मेरी बाहों में आ अभी जा. Yes, we love you. You know that I love you. Baby, I love you. Yes, I love you so. Yes, I love you.
Wow.
Thank you,
Well,
thank you.
wow,
Thank you,
Ren.
Isha. Thank you, Isha.
Now, let me ask you this. Does your wife or the kids say to you sometimes that I'm not going to go to sleep until you sing to me? Do you get that at all?
Um, Honestly, when Daru first dropped, my little son, the
Yes.
smallest one, Justin, he would have this on his iPad on repeat, on repeat, on repeat, on repeat, on repeat, on repeat. So yeah. But to sing to them, I remember during when the lockdown first happened, there was a Bollywood song that I used to sing to my son all the time. And it was Dil Diya Gala, and it was the
How does
video
it go?
Dil Diya Gala Karaje Naal Naal Baate Akinali Akinila Ki. Yeah, that song.
That song.
Yeah, that song. And
That
that was
song.
a song that I used to put him to sleep many, many nights. Um, when we just had the four walls to stare at, there was nothing else to do. We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't, do anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was one of the songs. So yeah, it was that actually singing that song took me back to those times. Such peaceful moments, though, and it was really the pandemic that brought a new light to how much I was missing out in my life by being always so busy
Mm-hmm.
and not making enough time for family. Um, the pandemic really put that into perspective to me for me, and really kind of like brought me down to where that I now know how much I was missing, and I would never want to feel that or miss anything again. So I started restructuring my life once I know the pandemic was ending, and we were outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I still kind of have the mindset that I'm in a pandemic and I need to stay home and spend time with my family. So
Yeah.
yeah, I really, really, really learned to appreciate family time more during the pandemic. So there was a few things that I took positive out of the pandemic.
Yes.
Um, rest all the souls that we lost during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
God bless them and their families. But there was some positive things that I really took out of the pandemic, knowledge wise and family wise and things like that. So
Yeah, I think a lot of us has
yeah,
changed our lifestyle, the way we
yeah,
looked at things after seeing what happened. And it's ironic that just a year ago, many of us couldn't even leave our homes, or
hmm,
some of us were told that we can't even spend the holidays with our family,
yeah,
right? And here we are this year. We're still not openly able to do certain things,
right,
but it's still better. A year we've come to so much improvement from where we
for
were,
sure.
but we still have to be very careful. We still have to protect ourselves so we can protect others around us as well. And it's
Yeah,
important that we still remember where we were to where we are now, and
most
keep
definitely.
a certain level of safety and security around us. Now, I know you have some big things coming up, right?
Yeah, yep, yep, yep.
Um, and I
Events,
know that
songs.
you're right, but here on Get Real with Shamiza, we have no secrets.
Right,
But
right, of course.
there is no secrets. But what happens here tonight actually stays here, because I know you
Right,
have like the big news is going to be, outside of this on Friday or something. You're going to, announce the big news. But
right.
tonight you're here on Get Real with Shamiza. You have to let us in on something. And I know Kishan is watching, and
Of
if
course.
you don't tell us, he'll probably tell us. So
Nah, Kishan, the loyalty lies within. The team is tight. Trust me.
I know, but come on, you gotta let us in on something.
Okay. All right. So we have first of all, before we go into the big, big, big news. I mean, at the end of the day, it's some news. I wouldn't say it's huge news. It's not life changing news, but it's some exciting news because it's never been done before.
Right.
And it's going to happen. But before that, you know, um, this Saturday you can catch me at Mingles on the 18th,
Mhm.
this Saturday, alongside Stephen Ramphal, all the way from Guyana,
Yes.
Prince JP, Anil Mr. Dunya,
Yes.
well, of course, yours truly will be there performing. We have a special performance planned. It's going to be crazy. Amir Khan presents this, so big up to Amir Khan and his productions. Um, what else we have? Boxing Day. If you are in Toronto, I will be in Toronto alongside the Raja, Rakesh Shankar, and KI from KI and the band, Omesh from Omesh and the Wave Band, Jax, and then all backed by the Level Exodus band out of Brampton, out of Toronto, really. I wouldn't say just say Brampton, but out of Toronto. So look forward to that Boxing Day. It's at Mirage Banquet Hall. So if you haven't heard about it, I'm sure you have because it's the talk of the town right now in Toronto. Make sure you get your tickets. Right after that, we have a grand, grand, grand finale for 2021 brought to you by Reckless Entertainment. Big
Yes.
up to Randy and his whole team for putting this together. We have Tony Vicardi, Terry G, Randy, Anil Mr. Dunya, Navin Ramsaran. We have um, so much more sexy Marissa, Farouk, and just to name a few. I can't. I don't have the fly in front of me, but
Great.
a lot more. All backed by the Shakti Strings Band, straight out of Guyana, led by Avinash Rupchan. Yours
Yeah.
truly will be performing there as well. So we're bringing in the new year,
Hmm.
out with the old, in with the new on this event, and this is all going on at Liberty Palace, right on Liberty Avenue in Queens, New York. So make sure you check social media for your tickets. Get it. There's bottle packages, there's VIP packages, there's a whole bunch of things to make your old year's night a memorable one,
Hmm.
to bring in the new year. Um, and that's just for we'll stop there. There's some other stuff planned, but right in January. But we will stop there for now, and
Right.
then tomorrow. Well, no, today's what, Wednesday. So
Wednesday.
Friday. Let's talk about the big news now. So the big news is that for the first time in 15 years plus of knowing these two super talented individuals, Anil Mr. Dunya and Randy Reckless, we've teamed up on a track. Um, we've shot a video for it, and this Friday we release what we're calling the triple threat: the three kings of New York, Ranjiv, Anil Mr. Dunya, and Randy Reckless Ramden. We have teamed up on a track for the first time. It's the first time that really a collab of this magnitude has been done, and we are super excited for this. And I know you guys will love it. The vibe is phenomenal. We
Hmm.
brought three elements of three different cultures. I wouldn't say culture, but three different nationalities: Guyanese, Trinidadian, and Jamaican. Knowing
Yeah.
Mr. Dunya is Jamaican. For a lot of people that don't know, Randy, as we all know, is Guyanese, and yours truly is Trinidadian. But
Yes.
I'm Marta Guyanese, so some people say I'm half
You
Guyanese.
are half Guyanese. Yes.
So yeah, but yeah, it's. Let me tell you, I've listened to this track probably a million times, from the time the track was actually finished to now, and I cannot wait for you guys to hear this. We were we were excited about it. The concept came up a few months ago, and we ran with it, and we shot an amazing video
Hmm.
that will be released on Friday. So please stay tuned to all your social media platforms for times and releases. We're gonna do a nice little live, and we're gonna make it happen on Friday. Trust me when I'm telling you.
I
Don't
will.
miss this premiere.
I will not miss it. I
Please
promise you.
don't.
I do want to mention too that the event, the New Year's Eve event, that it's a family event.
Yes,
I
it
did
also is
speak
a family
to
event.
Randy,
Yes,
and you can bring your kids out to that
yes,
event. So if you don't,
yes.
you're thinking you don't want to leave your kids at home, you can take your kids with you. It is a family event. Um,
Definitely, it is a family event,
and
and I'm
speaking
sorry I
of
didn't emphasize on that. Yeah.
Ranji, speaking of Randy. Randy and you and Anil, you guys are totally awesome. That's already
Oh,
known.
thank you.
But we're actually going to hear from Randy next week right here on Get Real with
Yes.
Shamisa. Do we have a flyer that we can take a look at? Let's drop that flyer for next week. To all our viewers, here's the first look of Get Real with Shamisa. It's our season finale, everyone. It's a
Wow.
2 hour special. And look at that lineup. We
Yo.
have GI, we have Vijay Kisoon, we have Navin Singh, we also have Randy Reckless Ramden, and we have Stephen Ramphal.
Very nice.
Very
The
nice.
fly guy made it on
And the
time.
beautiful Rose will be joining us as a co host. I am so excited about that, Ranjiv.
I know your fly guy was on time this week, huh?
Ah, I love it. I love it. Well, listen, I know that you're going to be amazing. The entire crew, you guys are totally awesome. So I
Thank
don't
you.
have to wish you luck. You have that already. You have talent, so you don't need anything else.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you. I appreciate
I'll
you,
be there
Shamisa.
with
Trust
you,
me.
and I am
I know.
so
I know.
excited. I'm so happy for you
Your
guys.
support is always appreciated. And I want to say hi to my oldest son who's on here, Vade Ramdeen. Big up to you, pops. um,
Oh
he's
yes,
in,
I see that.
yeah, he is on here. That's my 15, soon to be 16-year old next month. So
Wow. Well,
yeah,
when next month is his birthday,
the
Randy?
fifth, the
Fifth.
fifth, yeah, the 5th of
Very nice.
January.
He's a
Yeah.
Capricorn. Good
Yes,
people,
yes.
man. What can I
Big
say?
up to big up to my brother, my right hand, Kishan, who's locked on as well.
Yes.
Big up to Michael, and Nalini Naidu. They're huge supporters. Thank you
Always
guys for always
here.
supporting. I appreciate you. Sherry, everyone. I can't call all the names, but thank you. I appreciate you guys, man.
Ranjit, I
Oh,
thank
and don't
you.
forget, Daru is still a big song. I love Daru.
So
Um,
give us
if,
Zaru
if
before you leave us here tonight.
I will. But listen, if you didn't check out the video, if you have been somewhere other than social media and have not seen this video, you need to go on YouTube right now and type in "I love Daru,"
Yes.
and you will see a phenomenal video show up. It was a fun video. My wife is actually in the video for the first time.
Yes.
She made her debut in acting. One of the most shyest people I could tell you when it comes to a camera. She actually was really phenomenal. So big up to her. But yeah, I love Daru.
Yeah.
So
Let's hear it.
you know that I love you, but love me Daru too. My girl says she leaving, cause I only drinking. Pack up all she things and she leave and gone. I tell she come back home, cause I can't do this alone. It have something that I want you know. You know that I love you, but love me Daru too. You know that I love you, but love me Daru too.
Yes. Check out that
Oh,
video if you
please do check
haven't
it
done it
out.
yet. Check that out. Happy holidays to you,
Same
Ranjiv,
to you,
and
Shamiz, and your family.
take care of yourself.
You too, you too. Big up to your big up to your producer in the back. Big up to Asif for always doing a wonderful job. Big up to all your viewers as well for being here. Kashina, all the way up in Schenectady. A few of them right here. Isha, everybody, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Shamiza, for all that you do for our community and continue to do. You'll have my 100% support moving forward. You know this. Um, and I wish you well and happy holidays to you and your family and to you and your viewers. God
I
bless you.
appreciate it.
Take care.
Take care. Bye bye. Now, if you have followed me this far, you know when I started the show, I said my letter to Santa continues. So here it is. Dear Santa, you gave me an amazing idea. Visit people only once a year. I hate, actually, I mean, I despise the radio this time of the year because all they play is all I want for Christmas is you. Like, how about some I Love Daru, Tujay Suraj, or Never Gonna Leave You? There are a lot of things money can't buy. Not one of them is on my son's Christmas list. I once bought my kids a set of batteries for Christmas with a note on it saying toys not included. The letter continues next week as we conclude that letter for Santa. So stay tuned if you're enjoying this. I would like to thank my guests for tonight's show, my sponsors, the elves, and you, the viewers, for joining us tonight. Until next time, be naughty, be nice, and remember to be generous to the less fortunate. Good night.